Hello, high school English teachers. Last year, many of you participated in the Mapping to the Core book study, where you learned how to build units aligned to the Common Core standards. Today, I'd like to guide you through resources you can use to help refine those unit plans or build new unit plans for your course. The first set of resources I'd like to point out to you are the course links located in Buzz. Each high school teacher has access to an online textbook appropriate for your level. These textbooks contain grade-level stories, supplemental content, and teacher guides. You also have access to Clovey, a digital library where teachers can select books for students, build lesson plans, and students can select their own books to read. Additionally, you will see English Language Arts toolkits. These contain digital English resources like a glossary, writing templates, and stories. The PS pathway or the ACT pathway is individualized practice for your students that's informed on their performance series score. The NetTracker Search Library is a search engine for teachers where you can find learn or practice activities based on a standard, level, or topic of interest. Finally, the Flocabulary link contains rap videos on your content area. For English Language Arts, this contains videos on language skills and relevant stories. Let's go to the course links now. On the student side of Buzz, the course links will always be located on the right side of your student's English Language Arts course, right here. Regardless of the unit, they can click on these course links and access this material. Let's find the course links on your side. On the teacher side, your course links will be located in the Call to Action folder, right here. The first course link that I wanted to show you is your online textbook. I'm going to open the folder labeled Online Textbook and click Holt McDougall Online Textbook Grade 10. If you click Preview, you can view your book. Now please note, other English teachers will have different titles based on your grade level taught. Here's my loaded textbook. Each of you will have a literary anthology from Holt McDougall based on your level. Students can click right into the chapter of their choice here in the Book Pages tab, or under Student Resources, they have a bunch of other supplemental resources, including graphic organizers, study guides, readers and writers notebooks, and digital lessons. Under the Teachers Resource tab, you have access to professional development links, interactive student models, reteaching worksheets, and so much more. I'd highly recommend you explore your online textbook. The next resource I wanted to show you is your Clovey Reader. Here it is, still in your call to, and then click Preview to open up the reader. Clovey is a digital library for you and your students to use. In Clovey, you can also create lessons for any of the popular books listed here. There are many lessons already included in the Clovey Reader. Clovey helps you differentiate based on the Lexile level of your students, their grade level, or their language. If you haven't been to Clovey before, you'll be asked to import your classes. Once you do this, Clovey will show your exact classes from Buzz and your class rosters. This teacher has already imported her roster. In Clovey, you can browse the store to find books. Let's do that now. Click this upper left-hand button and click Store. Here, you can click on books based on Lexile level, grade level, or student's language, and add them to their backpack. In Clovey, you can also create lessons for your students to use or utilize free lessons already here in the Clovey Reader. You do this under the Classes tab. Here, you click Classes. Once I click into my class, you can create a new lesson. In your Clovey lesson, you have many different activities you can have the students plan to do. They're located here on the icons in the upper right. The next course link I'd like to show you is the English Language Arts Toolkit, located here in your Call to Action folder. Now this resource is best seen on the student side. Let's go there now. On the student side, they'll find the course link labeled English Language Arts Toolkit towards the bottom here on the right-hand side. For English, the toolkit contains a glossary, writing templates, and relevant stories for your level. The glossary contains a dictionary and a thesaurus that include pronunciation, images, and similar spellings for words. For this particular toolkit, the story button has the Julius Caesar play as a literary resource. Finally, under the Odyssey Writer templates, there are various writing templates that you can save, print, or have. The other course link that I wanted to show you that's best seen on the student side is the ACT pathway or the PS pathway. The reason this is best seen on the student side is because this is individualized for each student. So each student will see different practice activities based on their performance series score. Let me show you now. Here's a peek into one student's PS pathway link. As you can see, they have an English button, language arts, and reading assignments button. When a student clicks into either of these buttons, they will be taken to personalized activities where they can practice more based on their latest performance series score. This is a great supplemental tool to help fill in those gaps as identified on performance series. Another course link that you and your students might find useful is the NetTrekker search library, located here. Now, when you go to NetTrekker, you can search by grade band, by standards, by topic, or by reading level. You simply type in your topic here and see what learn or practice activities are. I would suggest refining your search to search by readability level for your students, by the type of activity you would like, or by the different sources from NetTrekker. NetTrekker is also a great tool to empower your students to find more ways to learn or practice based on their learning target. The final course link that I wanted to show you is Flocabulary. You'll find it here in your Call to Action folder under the Flocabulary folder. Now, we've already included a series of videos relevant to your course, but I wanted to show you the website a bit more if you'd like to explore on your own. When you click into Language Arts, you'll see there's 5 different topics you can choose from: reading and writing, grammar, literature, K-2 stories, and research and study skills. Now, depending on the ability level of your students, you may choose different areas here, but all of these different areas will include short, rap videos that will help guide your students through tutorials. I'm sure you'll find as you and your students go through the Flocabulary videos that your students will be highly entertained and want to review these videos again and again. As high school English teachers, you also have a series of resources located in your professional development folder in Buzz. The first resource I want to point out to you are your target trackers. For each level in high school, you will see a standards-based target tracker that will help identify the standards your students need to master for your course. You will also see a scope and sequence document provided from Compass Learning to see how they've organized their content in our units. You also have a link to your virtual PLC. This is a group created in PD360 for all the teachers that teach at your level. Simply by clicking on this link, you can start talking with other teachers that are tackling the same curriculum as you. Recently, we've also added MESA writing units. These are derived from the Oakland County Schools, and it provides a framework for how you could organize your writing units. Finally, there's a Michigan e-Library link. This is a link to a digital database provided by the state of Michigan that gives you resources for each topic area. To find your professional development resources, simply scroll down to the folder labeled PD. Open it by clicking the little white arrow next to it. The first resource I wanted to bring to your attention is the Standard Tracker. Note, you'll have one for each level you teach. Here, I have the Standard Tracker for grade 10. Let me show you that now. When you click the link labeled Tracker, this will come up. It's an Excel document that lists all the Common Core standards your student needs to master for your grade level. You'll notice that they're written in I can statements to make it more student-friendly. I'd highly recommend you print this out for each of your students and use it as a conference tool. You can see where your students have mastered standards and where they need to continue to work to finish their entire course. Another PD resource that you might find useful is the scope and sequence provided by Compass Learning. Here, you'll find it under the folder labeled Scope and Sequence. Simply click the title and then click Preview to open. Once you open the link, you'll see the activities from Compass that are included in your course, an activity description, and the order in which they're included. This will help you as you go through your syllabus and discover activities. You will also find a link to your virtual folder. Here it is, Preview. Then you'll be taken to the group in PD360 to talk and ask questions of other teachers that teach the same level. I'd like to bring to your attention some new to the PD folder for all high school units. Here, look. These are writing units developed by Oakland County Schools that include student activities and teacher lesson plans for you to use. Finally, we've added a link to the Michigan E-Library here for you to use. You can click the link and then click Preview. You can browse by standard or subject resources supported by the Michigan Department of Education. As you continue to utilize these different resources, don't forget about your unit content. Already, in most high school English units, you'll find learn, practice, and apply activities provided by Compass Learning. Oftentimes, these contain learn videos or links and even quizzes that will be graded on folder you'd like and start previewing activity arrow next to it. There, you'll see Learn with activities included in them. You simply click on the activity and click Preview. Now that you have an idea of all the curriculum resources you have at your fingertips, I encourage you to use them in a way that works best for your students. Happy exploring!